God has been so gracious that through the years, God has been faithful, and that's our theme. God was faithful then to this church, and it started in 1965. It started in a small kitchen, and then it went to the living room of that same house, and I thank God for Brother Benny and Sister Delia Herrera. What an incredible, just faithful. They were being faithful. God was faithful then. And then from there they moved to the garage.
Y comenzamos a tener, él se encargó de todo lo espiritual y su programa que él traía. Nosotros nomás invitábamos así personas y les gustaba y se quedaban, ya venían ahí como iglesia. Pero era en el garaje de su servidor. Por allá como mediación del año, él comenzó a ver que el grupito estaba creciendo y ¿qué voy a hacer con esta gente? Yo no, lo único que sabíamos que éramos Assembly of God Church, We didn't know anything else.
From there, a small sanctuary that's located in 1100 Height Street.
Llegamos aquí con Yunes como de 2 años. Y empezamos a ir a un servicio en un hogar.
We were very little people, about 25 people there. As I grew up, I became in the ministry with teaching. As time went by, I remember getting married and having my kids.
For us, it was normal to have Sunday school in an actual old school bus. Whether it was hot, cold, it didn't matter because we couldn't use any of the other rooms.
We were still, I'd probably say maybe 150 people, but time was advancing and we wanted to purchase a church out on Brundage and Sterling. The people at that time, they loved to cook, they loved to make fundraiser, that's the word, to be able to pick up funds till we can build this church.
Showing up to that building with no parking lot, it was all dirt. The steps were in, it was cement, to opening the doors to a church and knowing that there was no seats, there was no stage, it was just all flat cement inside the building.
Y cuando estábamos edificando ahí, pues trabajando ahí en la iglesia, hasta yo agarraba la carrucha a carrear tierra y luego les llevaba comida a los hermanos que trabajaban.
My heart was saddened because we started losing a lot of people and we were in debt. Wrote a letter out to our district, please come help.
In the year 2000, I received a call from my local, our pastor, still my pastor, Reverend Zenaido Garza, just asking me for 1 month, to go to a small church that was struggling. In essence, they were looking for a dignified way to close it. And so that's how we started. The first Sunday, never forget, it was pouring, it was raining. 15 to 17 people were there. I was struck by the fact that in one of the side rooms, there's a gas generator, generating just enough charge to charge an amplifier for a guitar, 1 light bulb that was coming down from the ceiling, and 1 microphone. There was probably a 2-inch crack at the bottom of that door that allowed for the fumes, the gasoline fumes, to just permeate that whole, especially that stage and that rest of the small sanctuary that we had there. After that 1 month, I was asked to stay 2 or 3 more months until they continue to look for that pastor. And after praying, the answer was a yes from God. Another month into that 3-month foray, God spoke to me in that altar. And right there, God spoke to me, says, Saul, I brought you to stay here and for you to shepherd and feed my people. And in just probably 2 years, 3 years, God began to do things so we were out of debt completely, began a small fund, a savings, if you will.
Dios siempre me ha puesto en mi corazón el dar. Y he visto la mano de Dios, que nunca nos ha faltado, nunca hemos batallado.
About 5 years later, God granted us the miracle of His favor that, He granted us this transition point to be now our central church, or our campus became here at 3311 Manor Street. And that was an incredible miracle in and of itself. since then, God has taken us through different stages and phases of growth and then plateaus. Every once in a while, there would be a dip, and hey, we would need to regather and restructure and, again, redream, if you will. So I remember a pastor, we grew up best friends in the McFarland church together, El Buen Pastor, and he was diagnosed with cancer. He would come and visit either before his chemotherapy or after. And then on one particular occasion, I will never forget that. He came and he was very much emotional, very much touched by God. And he came and he sat down with me and he says, Pastor, God gave me this vision. And I remember saying or seeing him and saying, hey, I saw these letters, and he writes a circle. He takes a pen and writes a circle and puts just like a little TP. And in the bottom, he put LH right under the TP of the circle. He would tell me, because this is what God showed me. I go, Pastor, forgive me, but right now I can't tell you. He says, but it's got to mean something. I'll never forget that. He, in essence, says, one day, this will mean something. And so I put it in my drawer there in the office. And I don't know, 5, 6, 7 months later, I was, we were talking. And then all of a sudden, even it took me maybe a year later for me to realize when I took out that piece of paper from my drawer. And we were already LifeHouse, the name brand, the change and everything. And then one day, there it is, the circle. Chevron on top, if you will, and then LH, and God knew way ahead. But it's so neat to see when you look back, you see that all along God had and still has a plan. He was faithful then, he's been faithful now, and God will be faithful tomorrow. We would become a multi-campus, multilingual, multi-generational, multi-ethnic, multi-site church.
Creo que la gente debe saber que comenzó en un lugar humilde, no nació en un lugar elegante, y que Dios merece toda la gloria, toda la honra, porque la obra es de Él. La obra es de Dios.
Just the fact that, God used the faithfulness of all the people that came before us because of their prayers, because of their faith, because of them saying yes to serving. I believe we're here because of them. God honored their prayers and answered their prayers. We're just here doing our best to honor Him and to continue the story.
Creo que el Evangelio no es para estar encerrado entre cuatro paredes, sino para que nos extendamos y para que cumplamos con el gran mandamiento que Dios dejó, que ir por todo el mundo y predicar el Evangelio a toda criatura.
We're grateful, we're thankful, and we are just anticipating, looking forward to what God has for His church, for you and your family. And let us be faithful. We know that God is. Let's endeavor to do everything we can to be faithful, because God deserves our very best.
The best is yet to come.
Don't ever interrupt me. I was going to say that. Let me say it for you, for us. The best is yet to come.
I said it first.
In Jesus' name.